we're open to a few questions.
May questions? Follow-up sa statement? Other issue? TV5, Maricel Halili.
Sir, may we have your reaction about the impeachment complaint filed by Magdalo, representative against the president?
Well, first and foremost, no treason, betrayal of trust, bribery, graft, and corruption, high crime, and culpable violation of the Constitution has been committed. We reiterate that the so-called extrajudicial are not state-sponsored, and the President has made sure that he will not turn a blind eye to all uniformed personnel who violate and abuse their power. No one is truly above the law, not even the President, but the administration upholds due process and is ready for the consequences of his actions that takes consideration, above all, the interests of the Filipino people. However, having said that, it does seem like part of a larger scheme of things.
Sir, what do you mean larger scheme of things?
Well, it just seems rather dramatic that everything seems to be so coordinated at this stage, with acts of trying to
Please,
discredit the administration and trying to throw it in doubt.
So, sir, do you see this as a part of the destabilization plot against the government?
It certainly seems like an outline.
Sir, at least yung mga members ng or representative of Magdalo na nag-file ng impeachment, do you think meron pa rin silang influence somehow sa military to support their move?
Well, they're trying to make, at this stage, it looks like they're scraping the bottom of the barrel.
Follow-up question, Joseph Morong, followed by Hannah.
Sir, fill in the blanks for us. We don't want to do that for you. When you say dramatic, coordinated, what other events do you think are kind of synchronized?
I cannot
with this?
foresee that. We simply just look at the outline, what's happening out there, then we observe and we make observations.
So you don't see any connection with yung statement ni video message ni Vice President Robredo and the narcotics group in the UN, other things like that?
Well, are you referring to her which statement you're talking?
Video message her, I think, to the UN body on narcotics.
Well, at this stage, let's put it this way. It just seems too well coordinated. Events like these seem to be too well coordinated as to just be coincidental.
Follow-up, Hannah?
Sir, you think makakastand po yung impeachment complaint?
Kat-
Makakatayo, considering hindi pa naman nakaka 1 year ang president na nakaupo sa
Hayaan po niyo silang, hayaan po silang magsalita, tabulin yung gusto nilang mangyari.
Yung recent video po ni Vice President, you think hindi kasama sa destabilization plot ang Vice President?
Wala pa akong sinasabing hindi siya kasama. Sinasabi lang natin mukhang may mga kaganapan na sabay-sabay na nangyayari. Hindi naman natin masabi siguro natin ganyan. Pero mukhang napakalinis na mga kaganapan.
Nakita na po ba ng Pangulo ang video?
Hindi ko pa siya natanong.
Kasi tatanong ko sana, sir, kung napanood niya, kung nagbago ba yung isip niya na hindi kasama yung Vice President doon sa Destab plot against him.
Hindi ko pa siya natanong.
Okay, Rosalie, UNTV.
Sir, sinabi niyo po na parang coordinated yung mga pangyayari at meron po itong patutunguhan. So sa Malacanang po ba, cause of concern na po ito?
Hindi naman cause of concern na natataranta ang mga tao. Nakikita lang, napapansin.
So ano po ang atin pong course of action sa mga...
Patuloy po tayo sa nation building. Huwag po tayong pawawala dyan sa puntong yan. Marami po talagang ingay na nangyayari mula sa gilid. Pero tuloy-tuloy po ang presidente na gumagawa. Sabi nga niya, napakaganda po ng pagkakasabi niya, I have built a city and I am building a nation. And I think Filipinos should start really just, strengthening their backbones and just start doing their part and carrying the weight of nation building. There's so much noise coming from the circles, from the outside circles, and it just shows a sign of, the sign of lack of unity and stuff like that. But it would all help us if we just bear the brunt together. I think we should just grow up.
Follow-up. Okay na tayo, Ross? Follow-up, Joseph Morong.
Sir, do you think, considering that impeachment is a numbers game, do you think it will prosper at the House of Representatives?
Really, it's not for us to be speculating about these things. You just let them be.
Do you think that the president will ask his allies in Congress to do something about
The
it?
president always allows his allies, so-called, to act independently of him. He has never manipulated in that sense. You know, the way political intrigues are usually sown. No, he is an extremely democrat. Whatever the noise is about the way he makes his choice, he acts, he's always respected the independence of his so-called colleagues.
Okay. Other issue or no more questions? Other issue, okay. TV5, Maricel Halili.
Sir, may we have the details about the dinner of the president with some senators? How come that some other senators are excluded from?
I don't know about the exclusion, but definitely I think the inquirer should check their copy. Yes, I mean, you said that I described the dinner as private and lovely. I said lively. There's a world of difference between I and O.
Okay, sir, what was discussed during the dinner, sir? Kasi is it a loyalty check? Just to clarify.
No, I think JB Ejercito, Senator Ejercito was very clear about that. They discussed a number of items. I think you have the same set of information that I have. Basically, they talked about legislative issues. There was nothing. It was not called in order to find out, like you said, loyalty check. It was updating.
Here's a microphone. Question. Hannah.
Sir, updating of what po? He said updating. Not
Update
loyalty check.
Hold on. It's not a lawyer. It was basically updating legislative issues, whatever they're discussing.
Speaking of updating.
No. The exchange views on vital legislative agenda currently pending in the Senate. Among the pending bills they discussed were emergency powers to solve the traffic problem in Metro Manila, the proposed comprehensive tax reform package, seeking to realign the revenue collection of the government, and to boost the available income of the taxpayers while guaranteeing the healthy operation of the government and the country's inclusive development programs.
Sir, yung death penalty hindi na-discuss during sa meeting?
As far as I know, they didn't talk about it.
Okay. MPC, okay na? Other issue, Joseph Morong.
Yes, sir.
Sir, yung pong kahapon na tanong ko.
Yung
When
ano
the president said that there were no incursions and that there was an agreement to allow China to conduct research activities, what area was he referring to? Was it the Benham or the West Philippine Sea?
That I cannot answer. There was no specific reference to that. But for all it's worth, it was not a formally written agreement, was it? It was a verbal. Well, that would be speculation if I said so. But basically, they just talked about. They were not talking about. The president was still very, very careful that he were protecting our sovereign rights over the extended continent. Benham, yes.
So, safe to say, sir, talaga na he was referring to, when he said that he gave the permission, he was referring to the Benham rice.
As far as we see from the, it was not named, but as far as the way it was described, yes.
Okay, so then we have a little problem because the DND and the DFA did not know about the agreements of the president. And why is that so?
Okay, let me just check. It was not in disagreement, but they were simply referring to separate things. Hold on. Well, let me just refer you first to the president's statement, where he said that there was no incursion because there was no incursion, and the only agreement was research, and there was there was no. In fact, he said, inibita ko nga yung mga Russian battleships, so walang incursion. Okay. Okay.
So, sir, Benam yan, di ba?
Yes.
So if there was such an agreement, sir, why didn't the DND and the DFA know about it?
I think the better thing to do would be to refer to Secretary Manalo's briefing later. Okay.
Sir,
Yes.
why didn't the president, assuming that there was an agreement, this is from the palace side, no? Why didn't the president tell the DND and the SFA that there was such?
I think you're framing it differently. Okay. I'm not going to go into that framework. Okay. Whatever let me see. Where's that statement? Hold on. I have a statement. I can give it to you later. I can't seem to find it. But basically, there was no exclusion, there was no conflict. It was just a question of referring to separate matters at the same time.
Sir, yeah, but ang question ko, sir, is that if there was such an agreement, bakit si Presidente lang yung may alam, and shouldn't the DND and the TFA know?
They were both apprised. They were simply referring to different situations.
They were apprised, sir. But bakit po nagsalita pa si SND na bigla siyang, oh, may activity in China doon, as if he didn't know that there was such an agreement?
Well,
Otherwise, he wouldn't be raising it as an issue.
Well, he's simply he raised it as an issue, not because he was surprised about it, but he was simply stressing a particular point.
Which is,
Let me just refer to that statement again.
I'll just wait for the statement later.
Okay, you can do that. And you can also wait for Manalo's statement this afternoon. Okay, thank
Okay,
you.
no more questions? MPC? Okay. Nestor?
Good morning, Secretary.
Yes, sir.
Sir, what was the reaction of Palace yesterday? House Speaker Alvarez, Arroyo, and other anti-penalty debt solons were removed from their key positions?
Hold on. Let me get to that. Again, we start from the premise that the legislative is treated as an independent branch from the executive. Okay, so the ongoing movement in committee chairmanships is left to the discretion of the House leadership. The majority bloc wants to place colleagues who are supportive of the priority bills of the government, and we appreciate and respect that Representative Arroyo remains steadfast in her position to issues that are close to her heart, such as her opposition to the death penalty, but at the same time is able to throw her support to the President's drive against drugs, criminality, and corruption.
Okay. Follow-up question, follow-up, other issue. Other? Follow-up, Hannah.
Sir, sorry. Sa Benham ulit, sir, ha. Pahabol lang, sir. Is the President open doon sa hinihiling ng ilang mababatas na gawing black and white kung ano po yung agreement between the President and China?
I'm sure he is.
Okay, thank you, sir.
JP Bencito.
Sir, may nagpapatanong lang po. Sir, can we get your reaction on the European lawmakers? They are proposing a draft resolution calling for the immediate release of Senator De Lima, who was allegedly on political, the charges against her were politically motivated.
You know, they simply seem to have a misunderstanding of what's happening to De Lima. The lady is being charged with crime, not political persuasions. So I think they ought to respect that.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Okay, are we done?
Yes, sir.
Other issue yan, Joseph?
Sa DFA, mukhang si Secretary Manalo enjoys the respect and confidence of the rank and file.
Yes.
And the President, you said that we'll listen to sectors affecting
Yes.
DFA. Eh mukhang si APC, mukhang wala na sa radar screen ng SFA position, sir. Will the President be amenable to appointing a career diplomat to head the DFA?
Well, the president makes his own decisions. It doesn't have to have any reference to Senator Cayetano or anything like that. But he's a pragmatist. He's a realist.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you Malacanang Press Corps. Thank you Presidential Spokesperson Ernesto Abella. Thank you Assistant Secretary Charles Jose. Back to our main studio sa Radyo ng Bayan
I'll
at
get those
PTV.
facts.